Good morning and welcome. Councilmember Dos Santos Tam, could you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilmember Dos Santos Tam, would you also like to introduce your guest giving the message of Aloha?
Thank you, Chair. We have with us today the Consul General of Palau and also the pastor who also serves as the pastor of the Unal Ice Fellowship, which is the only Palauan church, the first Palauan church established in the United States and the only Palauan church in Hawaii. UL Naito has been a very strong advocate for our Palauan community, our Pacific Islanders, and it's a great pleasure to welcome him here, not only in his capacity as Consul General of Palau, but also as the leader of the only Palauan church here in the islands.
Thank you so much, and good morning to you, Chairman Waters, and to all the distinguished members of the Council. I greet you this morning and thank you on behalf of the Palauan community, not just here on the island of Oahu, but also throughout the whole state of Hawaii. My citizens are well protected and served because of the good governance and great leadership that we have here. I participated recently, last Saturday actually, at the Micronesian Youth Summit, and I mentioned a little bit about the Hawaiian word piko, piko po'o, piko waina, and piko ma'ai. And I used that to describe the connection that is very important in our lives. At church, we receive instruction to strengthen our relationship with God through that connection, and connection with God first and connection with one another. And love is grown in that connection. In the community, a lot of kids look up to me. And so I have to also have a message that connects with the youth. And that connection is encouraging them to stay connected with their past, their ancestors, their grandparents, that are wealth of wisdom that they can be blessed with, and also with their families, and also someday with their own families as they assume the responsibilities of parenting. And in our culture, this is the Pacific way of doing things. It starts from home and into the community. And I tell my son, your school campus is not the immediate vicinity of Damien Memorial School. It is from home and anywhere in between home and the school facility. So that as you step outside the home, you are learning all things that you get exposed to. And when you get to school, you have a portion of learning to accomplish. When you're home, you connect with me and your family, and we do the learning together. And so it is very important that this connection is embedded in our lives, because in our culture, when we are connected to our culture, when we're connected to the family values, our moral values, whatever that is important in our lives that we're connected to, all these social challenges, which are symptoms of loose connections or lack thereof, are minimized. And so we advocate for connecting with our community. And so at church, we do, which is up on Liliha Street, we connect with immediate neighborhood. We also establish and carry out our responsibility by doing prayer walks around this building and the other state buildings. And that's our role, to make sure that you guys are covered in prayer, that you're under God's blessing as you carry out your profound and big responsibilities. And so we thank you for looking after our citizens, but we thank you for fostering all the citizens and everybody in the state of Hawaii, particularly on this island. And we thank you for connecting with your communities. I'm here this morning because Councilman Tyler Dos Santos Tam is connecting with the community that he represents, and I'm in that community. And I am so blessed to know and meet some of you who are still here from last August when we received the 20-year certificate of recognition for serving in the community as a church. Thank you so much for recognizing that, and we continue as partners. And I know that one member who was a former speaker is no longer here, but congratulations to you. Who I think him, yes. Thank you so much. And so I think my time is up. So if you don't mind, may I bless you with prayer. All right, let's pray. Almighty God and Abba Father, we greet you this morning with gratitude, knowing that all good things come from you. And we thank you for the gifts that you've granted us today to carry out the things that are portioned for each of us. But I entrust you, every single council member of the city of Honolulu, your grace and blessing upon them. And I ask you, Father God, that you connect all of us in our community and bless their leadership as they carry out their responsibilities for the day as they convene this morning. We thank you that you're watching over us and you're working all things for our good. In spite of all the challenges that's happening to us that are affecting our lives, our state, we thank you, Lord God, that you're above even the federal government, and we thank you. I ask your blessings upon them in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Members, I have a few procedural announcements. Got it. Although remote oral testimony is being permitted, this is a regular meeting and not a remote meeting by interactive conference technology under HRS Section 92-3.7. Therefore, the meeting will continue notwithstanding the loss of audiovisual communication with remote testifiers or loss of the public broadcast of the meeting. Members of the public will be allowed to provide oral testimony on all items on the agenda, either in person in the council chamber or remotely. As both English and Hawaiian are official languages of the state of Hawaii, pursuant to Article 15, Section 4 of the Hawaii State Constitution and Section 1-13 of the Hawaii Revised Statutes, members of the public may testify in either language. For oral testimonies offered in Olelo, Hawaii, additional time as may be necessary will be allowed for the testifier to provide an English translation of their testimony. Before testifying, each person shall state their full name and the agenda item they are testifying on. Each speaker may not have anyone else read their statement and is limited to a 3-minute presentation on public hearing and new business and a 1-minute presentation on all other items. Registered in-person testifiers will be called first. When your name is called, please proceed to the podium and begin by stating your name and the item you will be speaking on. When I call for anyone who has not registered to speak in person, please line up to the right of the podium, and when it is your turn, proceed to the podium. Begin by stating your name and the item you will be speaking on. All persons who have registered to testify remotely by video conference or phone will then be called. When your name is called, please monitor your screen and activate your audio feed when prompted. When I call for anyone else standing by remotely, please utilize the raise hand button to indicate your desire to speak. For those joining us by telephone only, please press *9 to indicate your desire to speak. The following are some friendly reminders and tips. Video conference from a quiet location if possible. If you are also watching the proceeding on Olelo, please mute your television when you are called to testify. When the timer on the screen reaches 0, please conclude your remarks promptly. For those who are joining us by telephone only, I will identify you by the last 3 digits of your phone number. When your number is called, press *6 to unmute yourself when prompted. Written testimonies, including the testifier's address, email address, and phone number, will be available to the public as described on the posted agenda. As a courtesy, please turn off all cell phones for the duration of the meeting. For your information, the following bills published in public hearing notice on Friday, February 14th, 2025, in anticipation of committee action, are not included on today's agenda. Bill 5, relating to animal recovery, and Bill 8, relating to animal nuisance. By the way, our Councilmember Tolba had a really good idea. We're looking at a pre-recorded message that reads this, that we can utilize during our committee hearings as well as full council, just to save time. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Mr. Clerk, roll call.
Councilmember Cordero.
Here.
Councilmember Dos Santos Tam.
Here.
Councilmember Kia Aina.
Here.
Councilmember Nishimoto. Councilmember Okimoto.
Present.
Councilmember Talba. Councilmember Tupola.
AO.
Councilmember Wire. Here. Chair Waters.
Here.
Mr. Chair, 9 members are present.
Thank you. Floor Leader Cordero, introduction of guests.
Thank you, Chair. We are lucky to have members of our city administration as well as appointees that are all gathered here all at the same time, actually. So we're thankful that they're here. Alo.
Thank you. Vice Chair Wire, motion to approve the minutes.
I move that the minutes of the second session be approved.
Kokua.
It's been moved and seconded. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you, members. We're in discussion. Seeing none, any objections or reservations? Noting none, the minutes have been approved. Moving to the top of page 4, order of the day. From the Committee on Housing, Sustainability, Economy, and Health, Councilmember Wire.
Move that Committee Report 31, Resolution 25-45 be adopted.
Kokua.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Wire for explanation.
This is relating to the reappointment of Jamie Tanimoto to serve on the Clean Water and Natural Lands Advisory Commission of the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you very much. Is Ms. Tanimoto here? Aloha, welcome. Members, do you have any questions? I know we did have an opportunity to ask many questions during the committee hearings. What I plan to do is if you do have questions, then I'll call up the speakers to come up. So do we have any questions for Ms. Tanimoto? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you. Members, we're in discussion. Seeing none, any objections or reservations? Noting no objections or reservations, CR 31 and Resolution 25-45 has been adopted, and congratulations to you, Ms. Tanimoto. Moving to the bottom of page 4 from the Committee on Executive Management, Councilmember Nishimoto.
I move that Committee Report 49 and Resolution 25-29 be adopted.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. I note I'm sorry, Councilmember Nishimoto, can you explain the resolution?
Confirming the appointment of Don Sefcik by the Mayor to serve on the 2025 Charter Commission of the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you so much. Noting the presence of Don Sefcik, thank you so much for being here this morning. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you. Any discussion, members? Seeing none, any objections or reservations? Noting no objections or reservations, CR 49 and Resolution 25-29 has been adopted. Congratulations, Ms. Sefcik. Members, moving to the top of page 5, Councilmember Nishimoto.
I move that Committee Report 50 and Resolution 25-43 CD1 as amended be adopted.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Nishimoto for the explanation.
Relating to the appointments of the presiding officer of the council to the 2025 Charter Commission of the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you very much. Members, I note that all 6 of our appointees are present. Any questions for the nominees? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, yes, we do have 2 persons signed up to testify.
Okay, please proceed.
First, we have Ms. Natalie Iwasa, followed
Okay.
by Rebecca Soon.
Aloha, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I just sort of ran here, so sorry I'm a little out of breath. Natalie Wassa for the record. Thank you all so much for volunteering to do this. This is a very tough commission. I watched and participated as a public member in the 2015-2016 Charter Commission, and there are a lot of meetings. There's a lot of stuff to go through, so I really appreciate your volunteer efforts. I just wanted to make sure that the council members had discussed with Jacob Aki his often, it seemed like, trips to the mainland. These meetings are very demanding. Sometimes there are more than one per week, especially toward the last few months. And we want to make sure that everybody who is on the commission can be there. So those are my comments. Thank you so much.
Thank you. No, I just want to point out that we did have those conversations with each of the appointees, and they assured us that they would be at the meetings. So thank you. Also, we do have remote technology, so if someone, for whatever reason, is out of town, we are able to provide Zoom. Thank you. Mr. Clerk, do we have any other testifiers?
Unless I haven't seen Ms. Soon in the audience, she's not logged on. That concludes the registered testifiers.
Thank you so much. Members, we're in discussion. Councilmember Cordero.
Chair, I know that we had a lengthy discussion in the last hearing, but I know that recognizing that all 6 are here together, I would like if you could recognize the 6 commission members that the council is putting forward.
Actually, I'll defer to you. Would you like to introduce them?
I'll help her out. So we have Devin Aoyagi, if you could please stand. We have Cedric Duarte, if you could please stand. Jacob Aki, Somerset Yamamoto, Summer Silva, and Jace Mikanlanek. Sorry, thank you. We appreciate all of you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Any further discussion, members? Seeing none, any objections or reservations? Noting no objections or reservations, CR 50 and Resolution 25-43 CD1 has been adopted. Congratulations and thank you so much, appointees. Okay, members, turning to page 6. Resolution 25-54, confirming the appointment of Sandy Ma to serve on the Climate Change Commission to the City and County of Honolulu. Is Sandy Ma here? Aloha, welcome. Actually, since this is your first time, would you like to say a few words? Aloha and welcome.
Aloha. Good morning, everyone. Chair, Vice Chair, and members of the Commission, Sandy Ma. It is an honor to be nominated to serve on the Climate Change Commission for the City and County of Honolulu. When I was with the state, I was with the Greenhouse Gas Sequestration Commission. I was with the DCCA Division of Consumer Advocates Office. And I have a deep and abiding passion and love for climate change issues. And it is a real honor to be able to hopefully work with Ben Sullivan again and Dr. ALOHA Fox and the other commissioners who some of them I know well from my previous work with the state. So thank you very much, and I'm available to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your willingness to serve. Members, any questions for the nominee? Saying none, thank you. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you. Members, we're in discussion. Seeing none, Resolution 25-54 has been referred to the Committee on Housing, Sustainability, Economy, and Health. Moving to the bottom of page 6, Resolution 25-55, confirming the appointment of Nancy Cassandro to serve on the Commission of Culture and the Arts of the City and County of Honolulu. My understanding is that the appointee is available online. Mr. Clerk?
Yes, sir. The appointee is online.
Hello, Ms. Cassandro. Would you like to say a few words?
Aloha. Aloha, council members and guests. My name is Nancy Cassandro. I'm a landscape architect. I've been working and living here on Oahu since 1995. And I'm honored to be invited to this appointment to the volunteer position on the advisory council or committee for the Commission on Culture and the Arts. As a landscape architect, you know, we say our profession is STEM, but we also like to refer to it as STEAM, where we combine science, technology, engineering, art, and math together. And so I hope my background of education, of Bachelor's of Science in Landscape Architecture and my previous work employment, I think would be a good benefit to this Commission on Culture and the Arts. I don't know if anyone has any questions.
Thank you. Members, any questions for the nominee? Seeing none, thank you so much. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you. Members who are in discussion? Seeing none, Resolution 25-55 has been referred to the Committee on Innovation, Technology, and Entertainment. Moving to the top of page, thank you. Moving to the top of page 7, Resolution 25-57, confirming the reappointment of Eliza Talbot Manchester to serve on the Economic Revitalization Commission of the City and County of Honolulu. Is Ms. Manchester available? Oh, she's online. Aloha, welcome. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, it's just been such a pleasure to serve on this commission since it began a few years ago. And the group that I serve with is just so remarkable, and really looking forward to all the work we have ahead of us. Lots of big plans. I'm also happy to meet with any and all of you if you have suggestions or other ideas for the commission, but really excited to serve again and really appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you. Members, any questions for the nominee? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, thank you. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you, members. We're in discussion. Seeing none, Resolution 25-57 has been referred to the Committee on Housing, Sustainability, Economy, and Health. Moving to the bottom of page 7, Resolution 25-58, confirming the reappointment of Bobby John Olu Campbell to serve on the Economic Revitalization Commission of the City and County of Honolulu. Is Olu Campbell available? If not, members, do we have any, excuse me, Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you, members. We're in discussion. Seeing none, Resolution 25-58 has been referred to the Committee on Housing, Sustainability, Economy, and Health. Moving to the top of page 8 from the Committee on Budget, Councilmember Dos Santos Tam.
Chair, I move that Committee Report 26 and Resolution 25-6 be adopted.
Councilmember Nishimoto for the second.
Second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Dos Santos Tam for the explanation.
This would confirm the nomination of Andrew T. Kawano to serve as the Director of Budget and Fiscal Services of the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you so much. As I mentioned, Director Kawano is present for questions. Does anybody have any questions for Director Kawano? Seeing none, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Do we have any testifiers?
Yes, we have Ms. Chun James registered and standing by remotely.
Okay, please proceed.
Aloha. I hope everybody's well. I just wanted to highlight a few things for Mr. Kawano. I have been curious for the past few years as to the system of how the property taxes are being assessed. In the real estate world and in the appraisal world, land will always increase in value, but the dwelling, the structure will depreciate in value because there are shelf life attached to it. So I hope that the budget director can look into that, because so many of the homes have the assessors gone up so high, and so many of it is in the physical side of it. And also, I'm always questioning, why do cities continue to perpetuate the status that budgets always have to increase each year? Why is the focus not on cutting our park? And obviously, we know that taxpayers are not money trees. And in fact, a couple of our communities are actually now listed in the Wallet Hub as having the highest credit card debt category in the nation. So I just wanted to throw that out there, and that our people really need help, and certainly cutting the pork and keeping a lean and mean budget is the way to go. Mahalo and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Mr. Clerk. Do we have any other testifiers?
Mr. Chair, that concludes the testifiers.
Thank you. Members, we're in discussion. Seeing none, roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilmember Cordero?
Aye.
Councilmember Dos Santos Tam?
Aye.
Councilmember Kia Aina?
Aye.
Councilmember Nishimoto? Councilmember Okimoto?
Aye.
Councilmember Talba? Councilmember Tupola?
Aye.
Councilmember Wire?
Aye.
Chair Waters?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 9 ayes.
Thank you. CR 26 and Resolution 25-6 have been adopted. Congratulations, Director Kawano. Moving to the bottom of page 8 from the Committee on Parks, Councilmember Tupola.
Chair, I move that CR 33 and Resolution 2518 be adopted.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Tupola for the explanation.
Confirming the nomination of Laura H. Thielen to serve as Director of Parks and Recreation of the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you so much. I do note the presence of Director Thielen. Does anybody have questions for the Director? Seeing none, thank you so much. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you. Members, we're in discussion. Councilmember Tupola.
Thank you, Chair. Brief comments. I am in support of Laura Thielen's nomination to be the Director of the Department of Parks and Recreation. I'm looking forward to aligning the department's efforts with the priorities of each and every council member, including the Parks Commission. I believe that this collaboration will ensure our parks meet the unique needs of our community while enhancing the overall quality of life for her residents across Oahu. And I thank her and as well her staff all the way down to MSS, everyone who helps us to get the things done at the parks. We appreciate all of you. Mahalo.
Thank you. Members, any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilmember Cordero?
Aye.
Councilmember Dos Santos Tam?
Aye.
Councilmember Kia Aina?
Aye.
Councilmember Nishimoto? Councilmember Okimoto?
Aye.
Councilmember Talba? Councilmember Tupola?
Aye.
Councilmember Wire?
Aye.
Chair Waters?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 9 ayes.
Thank you. CR 33 and Resolution 25-18 have been adopted. Congratulations, Director Thielen. Thank you, members. Moving on to page 9. From the Committee on International Legal Affairs, Councilmember Nishimoto.
I move that Committee Report 39 and Resolution 25-5 be adopted.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Nishimoto for the explanation.
Confirming the nomination of Mike Formby to serve as Managing Director of the City and County of Honolulu.
Aloha. Thank you. Councilmember, Managing Director Formby, since you stood, would you like to say a few words?
Good morning, Council Chair, Vice Chair Wire, Council members, Mike Formby, Managing Director Designate. Just a couple of words. First, I want to thank the mayor who just came in. I want to thank him for his confidence in me during my first 4 years and nominating me for his second term. So I appreciate his confidence. And second, I wanted to thank the council for the committee that I had the opportunity to appear before and answer questions and referred my nomination out. Thank you. I enjoy working with all of you, and I look forward to the vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, any questions for the Managing Director? Seeing none, thank you, sir. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have Chun James registered to testify, standing by remotely.
Okay, is Chun James available?
Can you hear me?
Yes, please proceed.
Oh, thank you. I wanted to also highlight, provide highlight for Mike Formby. I've always respected him. He's a workhorse. I wanted to highlight an issue that I wish he would just stay away and not exert any more energy onto it. We have a current HB 29, which is the power of sale to seize a property without going to court based on DPP fines. I think that is a very treacherous way to tyranny. And I'm sure that Mike understands that in Hawaii, we don't have any nice planned subdivision. Every one of you folks' communities have a lot of non-conforming structures. And to expose our constituents everywhere to such a powerful tool that if there were violations, the city can find them, and then the city can seize them without going to court. Mike might be a nice person, but what happens if there is someone who is more treacherous and nefarious and mischievous? So my suggestion to Mike is, please look into this again and work really hard in all the other areas, but please leave this alone because it is a very bad bill. It will turn us into communist China. Mahalo and take care.
Thank you so much. Mr. Clerk, do we have any other testifiers?
Mr. Chair, that concludes the testifiers.
Thank you. Members, we're in discussion. Councilmember Kia Aina.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Formby, I mentioned during the hearing on your nomination that you have the most important job for the administration. I consider you the quarterback of the team, and that team is not just composed of the administration and the mayor's office. That team is composed of the city council, and I look forward to working with you because you can only be as good as working with us collectively. Look forward to working with you for the next 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Members, any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilmember Cordero?
Aye.
Councilmember Dos Santos Tam?
Aye.
Councilmember Kia Aina?
Aye.
Councilmember Nishimoto? Councilmember Okimoto?
Aye.
Councilmember Talba? Councilmember Tupola?
Aye.
Councilmember Wire?
Aye.
Chair Waters?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 9 ayes.
Thank you. CR 39 and Resolution 25-5 has been adopted. Congratulations and thank you, Managing Director. Councilmember Nishimoto.
Thank you. I move that Committee Report 40 and Resolution 25-8 be adopted.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Nishimoto for the explanation.
Confirming the nomination of Dana Viola to serve as Corporation Counsel.
Thank you. Members, I do note the presence of Corporation Counsel Viola. Does anybody have any questions for the nominee? Aloha, welcome. Seeing Councilmember Cordero.
Thank you. Hi, Corporation Counsel Viola. Thank you very much for being here. We know that you have temporarily relocated, and I hope that is going well. How will that affect your, I guess, communications or relationships with the city agencies here at Honolulu or at our campus?
It shouldn't change the communications at all. We're going to be, whenever we're needed at Honolulu, we'll be here. We're not going to be too far away. It's within walking distance, so it shouldn't change any of the communications.
Thank you, and I very much support that your team and yourself are getting very support infrastructure-wise. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any follow-up questions, members? Seeing none, thank you so much. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have Chun James registered remotely standing by.
Okay, please proceed.
Aloha, I wanted to continue the power of sale based on DPP fines, and it's non-judicial, so the public does not have the protection of the judiciary component. And I have also submitted my written testimony, and which has more information there. But this really is unconstitutional. And one of my favorite Supreme Court justice has also raised the same issues that extreme excessive fines. In Hawaii, a Junkalunka home can be worth $1 million easily. And she also said something really interesting. And she said that these fines can be used as to retaliate against political enemies or have been used as a source of revenue. We understand that the Honolulu Rail skyline is a money monster, and you folks need to find new revenues and whatever, but to put this power of sale, non-judicial power of sale, and to be able to seize someone's property without going to court is again road to tyranny. And I hope that the Corporation Council will please look into it and give a good advice, to it, so that we do not have to expose our people to the constant communist rule, so to speak, that everyone has to be looking behind their back. Thank you very much, and take care.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, do we have any other testifiers?
Mr. Chair, that concludes the testifiers.
Thank you. Members, we're in discussion. Seeing none, roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilmember Cordero, Councilmember Dos Santos Tam.
Aye.
Councilmember Kia Aina.
Aye.
Councilmember Nishimoto. Councilmember Okimoto.
Aye.
Councilmember Talba. Councilmember Tupola.
Aye.
Councilmember Wire.
Aye.
Chair Waters.
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 9 ayes.
Thank you. CR 40 and Resolution 25-8 has been adopted. Congratulations and thank you, Corporation Counsel Viola. Members, moving to the top of page 10, Councilmember Nishimoto.
I move that Committee Report 41 and Resolution 25-15 be adopted.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Nishimoto for the explanation.
Confirming the nomination of Nola Miyazaki to serve as Director of HR.
Thank you so much. I note the presence of Director Miyazaki. Aloha. Since you're at the podium, would you like to say a few words?
Good morning, Council Chair, members of the Council. It's an honor and a privilege to work for the city and to serve the city and work for the mayor and the managing director. And I look forward to working very closely with the council in coming years. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, any questions for Director Miyazaki? Seeing none, thank you so much. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you. Members, we're in discussion. Seeing none, roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilmember Cordero, Councilmember Dos Santos Tam.
Aye.
Councilmember Kia Aina. Councilmember Nishimoto. Councilmember Okimoto. Councilmember Talba. Councilmember Tupola.
Aye.
Councilmember Wire.
Aye.
Chair Waters.
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 9 ayes.
Thank you. CR 41 and Resolution 25-15 has been adopted. Congratulations and thank you, Director Miyazaki. Moving to the bottom of page 10, Councilmember Nishimoto.
I move that CR 42 and Resolution 25-22 be adopted.
Kukua.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Nishimoto for the explanation.
Confirming the nomination of Lloyd Yoninaka to serve as Executive Secretary to the Neighborhood Commission of the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you so much. Aloha, Mr. Yonenaka. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you for the opportunity to be part of this community and to serve this community.
Thank you. Members, any questions for the nominee? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you. Members, we're in discussion. Seeing none, roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilmember Cordero?
Aye.
Councilmember Dos Santos Tam?
Aye.
Councilmember Kia Aina?
Aye.
Councilmember Nishimoto? Councilmember Okimoto?
Aye.
Councilmember Talba? Councilmember Tupola?
Aye.
Councilmember Wire?
Aye.
Chair Waters?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 9 ayes.
Thank you. CR 42 and Resolution 25-22 has been adopted. Congratulations and thank you, Secretary Yonenaka. Moving to the top of page 11 from the Committee on Zoning, Councilmember Kia Aina.
I move that Committee Report 52 and Resolution 25-19 be adopted.
Kokua.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Kia Aina for the explanation.
Confirming the nomination of Don E. Takeuchi Opuna to serve as the Director of Planning and Permitting of the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you. Aloha, Director Apuna. Thank you so much for being here. Would you like to say a few words?
Aloha, Chair, Vice Chair, and members of the council. I'm just very appreciative and humbled of this opportunity, and I look forward to continuing our journey, and thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for the nominee? Seeing none. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have 1 registered testifier, Ms. James, standing by.
Okay, please proceed.
Aloha, I wanted to update again the power of sale based on city fines without going to the court. Very quickly, for the past 3 years, the Mayor Blajandi has submitted as a legislative package this request to the state legislator for this power of sale to be able to put fines on property and then to eventually seize it without going to court. Again, this is a road to tyranny. And consistently, the DPP director has submitted testimony supporting this power of sale. And basically, she's saying that the existing power that the city has, eminent domain and other options, is too slow, and that the city lack manpower, and that using the eminent domain route takes time and is costly. What I want to say is that this is exactly why the Constitution exists. It is to make it hard for rogue politicians, rogue bureaucrats, rogue whoever, so that they do not get it easy to bully and to just keep bullying people who
Appreciate your testimony,
are
Ms.
not
James.
able to help that. So I want to say
I need you to
that,
wrap up, Ms. James.
yes, I want to say that this is unconstitutional, and that we really ought to live in Aloha. I just wanted to share with you a
Thank you.
very quick
Actually, this has been maybe the
incident.
4th time you've had an opportunity to talk about the same issue.
No, it's not the same because it's such a big
I'll give
issue,
you-
and this is the best kept secret in the. Look up HB 29. HB 29 at the state legislature.
Thank you so
and
much.
I also submitted my written
Appreciate your
testimony.
testimony.
I stayed up
thank
all
you very
night
much.
last night to
I
submit
know,
to this.
I
so,
understand, but this is
Yeah.
now the 4th time you spoke on the same issue. I think you understand what
Same
you're trying
issue
to
with
say. Ma'am.
different content because it's so big.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, do we have any other testifiers?
Mr. Chair, that concludes the testifiers.
Thank you. Members, we are in discussion. Seeing none, roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilmember Cordero?
Aye.
Councilmember Dos Santos Tam?
Aye.
Councilmember Kia Aina?
Aye.
Councilmember Nishimoto? Councilmember Okimoto?
Aye.
Councilmember Talba? Councilmember Tupola,
Aye.
Councilmember Wire,
Aye.
Chair Waters.
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 9 ayes.
Thank you. CR 52 and Resolution 25-19 has been adopted. Congratulations, Director Takeuchi Opuna, and thank you for your service. From the Committee on Public Safety and Customer Services, Councilmember Okimoto.
Thank you, Chair. I move that Committee Report 55 and Resolution 25-9 CD1 as amended be adopted.
Kokua.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Okimoto for the explanation.
Confirming the nomination of Kimberly M. Hashiro to serve as the Director of Customer Services of the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you so much. I note the presence of Director Hashiro. Aloha, welcome. Would you like to say a few words?
Hi, good morning, Chair, Vice Chair, and council members. Really appreciate all the discussion and support for the Department of Customer Services during committee, and I look forward to working together, moving forward, and continuing to make improvements for the city. Mahalo.
Thank you so much. Members, any questions? Councilmember Tupola.
Thank you so much. Aloha, Director. I wholeheartedly support, your reappointment. Love working with you, and I just need to get a commitment from you on this upcoming years. And this is in regards to the towing contract, because I do have to make some comments about it. And again, this in no wise indicates that I don't support you, but I definitely think that it's important. The 3 things that I'm concerned about and that I'm hoping that you can commit to resolving if, upon your reappointment is the contract that we had. The 3 things was lack of proper documentation, the audit that was said to have happened that didn't, unfortunately, had no reasoning for rejecting 784 of their invoices. The city's delinquent payments, which is up over $3.5 million, although we've paid about $300,000 of it, we've still failed to meet the 30-day payment deadline. And lastly, because of what's going on without the lack of payment, one of the tow companies in my district went out of business. So I just really want us to resolve this. I know that it's gone back and forth between you guys and HPD as far as where it belongs, but can I get a commitment from you as the new director again for the next 4 years that you could please help me resolve this?
Yes, definitely, council member. I am very committed to resolving the tow contract issue. All the points that you raised are serious concerns of mine also, and we are going to work together and come to a future better point in managing the contract and continuing to provide service to the community.
I appreciate it. I look forward to having this resolved in fairness and equality so that we can continue on good public service that we've been giving all these years, not just to those who need that service on the road, but also to HPD as well. Thank you, Director. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Members, any follow-up questions? Seeing none, thank you, Director. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you, members. We're in discussion. Councilmember Okimoto.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to send a mahalo to our Director Hashiro. I know that over the last couple of years, I've come to you with questions and you've always been responsive. So I want to thank you for doing that. And I did share with the director a neat story that I know that they've been doing things to automate. And I was just yesterday able to register my car at a kiosk and it was printed up within minutes. And I know this is not something new to the city, but it's really a great resource and she's looking forward to how we can expand this. But I know that usually when people go to the DMV, it's not a positive experience, and I've seen it where customers go in and your employees are not, welcomed warmly. So I want to thank you for all that you're doing. I would like to see what we can do also. We've talked about the Saturday options, just to offer people who are working in the workforce to have options to get to the DMV at a different time other than the Monday through Friday. But I think the kiosk is a great thing, and any way that we can continue to automate and make things more possible or applicable for our residents is a great thing. So thank you for all that you're doing. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Councilmember Cordero.
Thank you. I just want to commend Director Hashiro on her priority to expand accessibility for information about what CSD, but not just what CSD does, but what the city does, and just how much forms we have of what we can actually do and what's online versus where you have to call. And by doing it through different videos and having it replay at either the satellite city halls, but especially online. I think it's been really great and allowing for more opportunities to do things ahead of time before coming into the satellite city halls are epic. So thank you very much for prioritizing that. And it really goes to show when you have someone who's been working in CSD for 61 years. So mahalo.
Thank you. Any further discussion, members? Seeing none, roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilmember Cordero? Councilmember Dos Santos Tam?
Aye.
Councilmember Kia Aina?
Aye.
Councilmember Nishimoto? Councilmember Okimoto?
Aye.
Councilmember Talba? Councilmember Tupola?
Aye.
Councilmember Wire?
Aye.
Chair Waters?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 9 ayes.
Thank you. CR 55 and Resolution 25-9, CD1 has been adopted. Congratulations, Director Hashiro, and thank you. Moving to the top of page 12, Councilmember Okimoto.
Thank you, Chair. I move that Committee Report 56 and Resolution 25-17 be adopted.
Kokua.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Okimoto for the explanation.
Confirming the nomination of Masahiko Kobayashi, MD, PhD, to serve as the medical examiner of the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you so much. Aloha, Dr. Kobayashi, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Chair and Council members. I feel very fortunate with all the support I'm getting from City Council, City Administration, and also the dedicated staff from our department. I will do my best.
Thank you. Members, any questions for Dr. Kobayashi? Councilmember Okimoto.
Thank you, Chair. Aloha and good morning, Dr. Kobayashi. Thank you for being here. I know that this past New Year we've had a lot of incidents or accidents that have impacted you and your office, and we are happy to see that you welcome Dr. Breland. What kinds of things are you doing right now in your office or your department that will be able to manage and maintain the workload that you're faced with? And are there other areas that we can offer support to help you?
Thank you so much. So we have good staffing right now, but still the forensic pathologist position is vacant. So I want more support from kind of DHL and council members for kind of hiring. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Any follow-up questions with Dr. Kobayashi? Seeing none, thank you. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you. Members, we're in discussion. Councilmember Okimoto.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to also thank Dr. Kobayashi for all the work that you're doing. You know, the job that he and his team have to do is not definitely for the faint of heart, but so important for the family members who have lost loved ones. So I want to thank you, and hopefully as a council we can continue to support. I know he's been looking for this pathologist for some time now, but in our meeting I am really thankful that you've made a lot of changes and you've welcomed new ideas to help expedite your process and the things that you're able to do within your office and department. So thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilmember Cordero?
Aye.
Councilmember Dos Santos Tam?
Aye.
Councilmember Kia Aina?
Aye.
Councilmember Nishimoto? Councilmember Okimoto?
Aye.
Councilmember Talba? Councilmember Tupola?
Aye.
Councilmember Wire?
Aye.
Chair Waters?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 9 ayes.
Thank you. CR 56 and Resolution 25-17 has been adopted. Congratulations, Medical Examiner Kobayashi. From the Committee on Innovation, Technology, and Entertainment, Councilmember Tolba.
I move that CR 61 and Resolution 25-12 be adopted.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Tolba for the explanation.
Confirming the nomination of Dita D. Simeona, also known as Dita Hollyfield, to serve as the Director of Enterprise Services of the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you so much. Any questions for the nominee? Is the director online?
She's not logged on.
Okay, not a problem. Managing Director Formby.
So, Chair Waters, I apologize. Dita had hand surgery the other day and I think is still recuperating, so apologize that she's not here today.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you. Members were in discussion. Councilmember Tupola.
Thank you so much. We wish Dita well. I know that she's at home recovering, praying for her. I strongly support Resolution 2512 and call for the continued support of Department of Enterprise Services under her leadership. They play a very vital role of generating revenue. We want to see that revenue generated, whether it be through ticket sales, rental fees, zoo admissions, golf courses. She's done a lot for marketing to really bring that in. And it's an essential part for us to really support her to get out those concession contracts. I know I said it in committee, but I need to say it again because I know the whole administration is here. I know that there's a lot of different departments relying on BFS to do their purchasing, but I would argue that this is more important because it's bringing in revenue that other departments then could use or that the city could use based upon us getting those contracts out. So I urge the administration to continue to support her and especially the acquisition or the purchasing documents that she needs to get these concession contracts out. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Any follow-up discussion, members? Seeing none, roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilmember Cordero?
Aye.
Councilmember Dos Santos Tam?
Aye.
Councilmember Kia Aina?
Aye.
Councilmember Nishimoto? Councilmember Okimoto?
Aye.
Councilmember Talba?
Aye.
Councilmember Tupola?
Aye.
Councilmember Wire?
Aye.
Chair Waters?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 9 ayes.
Thank you. CR 61 and Resolution 25-12 has been adopted. Congratulations, Director Holyfield. Members, moving to the top of page 13, Councilmember Tolba.
I move that CR 62 and Resolution 25-16 be adopted.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Tolba for the explanation.
Confirming the nomination of Brian C. McKee to serve as Director of Information Technology for the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you so much. Aloha, Mr. McKee. Thank you for being here. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Vice Chair, members of the committee, all the council members. I'm humbled by the opportunity. I think we've got a terrific team over there at DIT. We've got a lot of plans, and I look forward to the next 4 years of pushing out a lot of progress and making everybody's life a lot easier technologically. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Members, any questions for the nominee? Seeing none, thank you. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you. Members are in discussion. Councilmember Cordero.
Thank you, Chair. I would just like to express my strong support of Director-designate, going to be soon, Director McKee. I am very excited for his tenacity, his ideas, and willingness to work with the council. I definitely appreciate his time, his experience back at the Board of Water Supply as well, and just want to mahalo him and his family for allowing him to take the step to lead the Department of Information and Technology. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, any follow-up discussion? Seeing none, thank you. Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilmember Cordero? Councilmember Dos Santos Tam?
Aye.
Councilmember Kia Aina?
Aye.
Councilmember Nishimoto? Councilmember Okimoto?
Aye.
Councilmember Talba?
Aye.
Councilmember Tupola? Councilmember Wire?
Aye.
Chair Waters?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 9 ayes.
Thank you. CR 62 and Resolution 25-16 has been adopted. Congratulations, Director McKee. Councilmember Tolba.
I move that CR 63 and Resolution 25-21 be adopted.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Tolba for the explanation.
Confirming the nomination of Clark L.K. Bright to serve as Band Director of the Royal Hawaiian Band of the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you. Director Bright, aloha. Would you like to say a few words?
Aloha, Chair. Aloha, Vice Chair. Aloha, Council members. I'm sincerely appreciative of this opportunity to serve. I thank you for your love and support for the Royal Hawaiian Band. I'd be honored to continue to serve under Mayor Blangiardi's administration. Mahalo.
Thank you. Members, any questions for the band director? Seeing none, thank you, sir. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have none.
Thank you. Members, we're in discussion. Seeing none, roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilmember Cordero?
Aye.
Councilmember Dos Santos Tam?
Aye.
Councilmember Kia Aina?
Aye.
Councilmember Nishimoto? Councilmember Okimoto?
Aye.
Councilmember Talba?
Aye.
Councilmember Tupola?
Aye.
Councilmember Wire?
Aye.
Chair Waters.
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 9 ayes.
Thank you. CR 63 and Resolution 25-21 has been adopted. Congratulations, Band Director Bright. Members, moving to page 14. Page 14, Committee on the Whole and Executive Session. Councilmember Wire.
I move that pursuant to Council Rule 12A and the Hawaii Revised Statutes, Section 92-4 and Section 92-5A4, the council resolve itself into a committee of the whole to consult with its attorneys in executive session on questions and issues pertaining to the council's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and/or liabilities relating to the executive session item listed on page 14.
Kokua.
It's been moved and seconded. Mr. Clerk, do we have any testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have Ms. Iwasa on the other side.
Hello, Ms. Iwasa.
Thank
Please
you,
proceed.
Chair, council members. So you have a lot of measures coming up, and there are people waiting to testify on them, and I just respectfully request that you put this item toward the end of the agenda. If you're not going to do that, then please let us know how long you think it will take. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll address that in 1 second. Are there any other testifiers?
Mr. Chair, we have no further testifiers.
Pardon?
That concludes the testifiers.
Thank you. Ms. Iwasa makes a very good point, members. I'd like to try to limit executive session to a half an hour, if at all possible. If at all possible, again, 1/2 hour. Members, please proceed to the third floor conference room executive session. We're in recess. Oh, pardon.
Actually, Chair.
We need to take a vote. Mr. Clerk, please take the roll.
Well, Chair, actually, if I may.
Councilmember Dos Santos Town.
I also note that at some point we're going to have to take a lunch break.
Yes.
And it may be wise for us to perhaps take a full hour for this, which would include lunch, so then we don't have to disrupt the flow of the rest of the meeting.
Okay, it is now 11:09.
I don't know if that makes more sense.
11:09. Do you think we can get executive session and lunch done by 12:10? Yep, I'm seeing agreement. Okay. Perfect. Once we take the vote, then we will come back at 12:10. Mr. Clerk.
Councilmember Cordero? Councilmember Dos Santos Tam?
Aye.
Councilmember Kia Aina?
Aye.
Councilmember Nishimoto? Councilmember Okimoto?
Aye.
Councilmember Talba? Councilmember Tupola?
Aye.
Councilmember Wire?
Aye.
Chair Waters?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, there are 9 ayes.
Thank you, members. Please proceed to the third floor conference room for executive session. We stand in recess till 12:10.